Hello, everybody. Welcome back to GND. Today I'm with two people you're familiar with, Jomar and Ina. Welcome back to the channel, Ina. It's been a while.
What's up?
Hiya.
Ayo.
Hey, our last video was about Finding Nemo, one of the more popular Disney animated movies. Now we're talking about one of the most underrated animated movies of all time, which is Treasure Planet.
And it
Um,
greatly
Um,
upsets me.
I know.
yes.
I'm really mad.
Do you know what the Rotten Tomatoes score is for Treasure Planet?
Isn't it high?
It is, but it's not high enough for my liking. It's like
Really? What
Hey,
is
why
it?
is it like a 50%?
it's
60.
69.
Bullshit. Oh, nice. I
Hey,
mean,
nice.
nice, but bullshit.
Bullshit, but nice.
Nice. What? Nah,
Yeah.
I think Atlantis is like in the low 30s too. Like what?
What?
Why?
that's bullshit.
It is Atlantis Pocahontas.
I
I
mean,
have better boyfriend.
Pocahontas is I mean, okay lang.
Actually,
Basta
yeah. In my
the
opinion, Atlantis is way better than Pocahontas.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely. It's not like
But yeah.
it's not like the white men weren't that bad. Like what are you trying to say, buddy? Huh, Mickey? What are you trying to say?
I know, right?
Mhm.
Um,
Oh man, Treasure Planet. It really
Treasure-
deserved more love, man.
do you remember the first time you saw this movie? Because I remember I had it on VCD. If you remember what that is, congratulations, you're a
Yeah.
dinosaur.
Grabe, mga dinosaur.
Just
Grabe
kidding.
ka naman ka.
Watch your words, bitch. I'm older than y'all.
Oh no.
Alvenzo, not me. Go after him. Send your boyfriend after him.
Thanks, John. Thanks, buddy.
Uh,
Ah,
But yeah,
like,
VCD in
yeah.
two parts.
I love that. Like, it'll cut out in the middle of the movie and then you have to put in the other one.
Yeah.
shit. Mine was
Yeah.
DVD.
I think mine was it was the tape one, the VHS. I think I had the
Oh,
VHS for it.
nice.
I like
Yeah.
how Jomer's the youngest of us, he's using the most caveman form of media.
Wala
Look,
eh.
there was a rental tape store near here, and I was like, this is where I get my Jurassic Park and my Treasure Planet. I returned Treasure Planet, never returned Jurassic Park, and it closed down, so it's fine.
But yeah,
Don't come after me.
before like
Yeah.
Star Wars, this is my epic space adventure. Because it is,
Mm.
Mine too.
it blew my mind as a kid. And going to the present, it still blows my mind. Like the visuals are fucking fantastic. It's like awe-inspiring almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the blend of 3D and 2D together is just for me seamless. But of course, you could see the 3D. 3D is
Yeah.
still like kind of new at that time.
Yeah,
Uh,
they used the same program they made for Tarzan for Treasure Planet. I think it was called Deep Canvas.
Hmm.
oh, okay, I
Um,
know that one.
I
Yes.
mean, so basically, like, let's say
Mm,
the ship is mostly 3D rendered, and then
yeah.
they animate the characters over it. Kind of like with Tarzan, they used it as a Steadicam.
Mhm.
That's why you have that Steadicam feel, because it was basically a 360 program of the jungle, and then they just insert Tarzan into it.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like you could tell which ones were like you could tell that like the 2D characters were like more crisp, more you could see the finer lines. While when you see the 3D models, the edges are a little bit more hazy, a little bit
Yeah.
softer compared to the rest. But again, it didn't take you out of
It
the
was so
experience.
seamless. You know, like Silver, like he's a cyborg, right?
Yeah,
His right arm, that's
completely
rendered.
3D. Yeah,
Yeah.
completely 3D.
Everything robotic with him is 3D, and then the other half is just animated, which I find so dope.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be like very uh wait, what would you call it? Like a little bit challenging to the 3D artist and the 2D artist because
Yeah.
you're missing components of the model and you're both differently working on it. So I'm like, how, d- how did they do
Yeah.
this?
In lesser
Yeah.
hands, it's jarring, but in the hands of
Yeah,
Yeah.
Disney, it's masterwork. And
I swear.
I like the fact that among all of the retellings of Treasure Island, for me at least, is the definitive edition. Like I like
This
the
is
blend
way superior.
of like futuristic tech and like they still have like pirates boarding other ships for the search for
Yeah.
treasure. That's the title.
They they implemented this thing called the 70-30 law.
which is
So the 70-30 law, it was what the art director, I think Andy Gaskill,
hmm.
it's basically they wanted 70% of Treasure Planet to be, is it Victorian era? They wanted it to be the
Oh
traditional, and then the
yeah.
30% they wanted it to be the sci-fi element. That's
Uh,
why, yeah.
no, no,
Yes.
go on, go on.
Go. No, go, go, go.
Oh, because
That's alright.
I was about to mention that because it was a very weird mixture of sci-fi and steampunk kind
Mm-hmm.
of deal, and
Yeah.
it really surprised me. It was like, well, for me as a kid, I'm a little bit
Yeah.
biased as well. Like I didn't see the difference. Like, oh, it's its
Yeah.
own world. It's its own whatever punk it wants to be. Like I don't know. But now that Ina has mentioned, it's like a 70-30 Victorian era to sci-fi. I was like, damn, she got a point.
Yeah.
Like I
It
see it
was
now.
intentional, yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
they've actually had the thought of the 70-30 way before it was in production. Like this was even the time when they were begging Disney to be like, "Yo, we want to do Treasure Planet. Let us do Treasure Planet." This was like, I think, were they the ones who also did Black Cauldron? The Black
Yeah.
Cauldron.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, so like they did the Black Cauldron and that was technically a flop, but they really wanted to do Treasure Planet. But Disney wouldn't let them do it until like after, I think, Hercules or something. Because
I,
Ron Clements and like John Musker,
hmm.
they directed like The Great Mouse Detective, which was a banger. They did
Oh fuck yeah.
Aladdin and Hercules, the Little Mermaid. Like they directed all of those shit, those animations movies.
Yeah, so I don't know why this one flopped though.
I think it's because
I I
this
had
isn't,
these.
you know, Disney's staple of like princesses and their heroes, or like,
Uh,
one more magical tale. This is more
yeah.
somewhat grounded, more reality based. Even though it's
Yeah.
Speaking of
steampunk,
heroes, sorry, carry on.
it's grounded in reality. Sorry, I choked up there. Go on.
It's fine.
He needs to talk about. But like yeah, now that you mentioned heroes, this is actually my first time being introduced to a anti-hero, which is Silver. Like this is my first ever character who I know is a anti-hero. Like yeah, you can tell that he has an ulterior motive that he wants to pretty much do a coup, not coup, sorry.
Take
what do you
over.
call what do you call a ship?
Mutiny.
A mutiny within, the ship. But then again, he has a soft spot for this,
Jim.
dude, for Jim,
Jim.
which is his father figure, kind of deal. And I love that dynamic. And this was the really, like, the first time I ever got introduced to, like, a push and pull relationship between
Mm.
two characters. Like, one doesn't want to kill him, but then his dream is right there. The other wants a father figure, but then that father figure is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I love this tug of war.
Like
Is he
the
good? Is he bad? Will
Mm.
he end up with him? Is he his father? I don't know.
we end up with him.
As his father, not in that way.
Damn.
Ooh, pirate's life for me. I know. I get it.
I mean, I'm sure some deviant art accounts are way ahead of you on that.
Please
front.
stop! I stop! No, 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 no,
Oh,
no.
Speaking
this
of
is
the
a
characters,
Disney film.
I mean, I've seen Rule 34 that has been worse, but no, stop talking, Enzo.
by going to some of the characters, like you mentioned, Jim Hawking, it's just like a great character for this movie. Like, he has an arc being like, I want a father figure, but I also want to explore the world.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
like he says at the end, like, if you told me, hey, come with me on this adventure, I would have said yes. But I gotta find my own path and do my own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him needing a father figure in the film is one of the things that they didn't copy from the actual source. Like in Treasure Island, Jim had his parents, like
Mm.
parents. The
They're
daddy was
both
in the
there.
picture. Yeah. The daddy was in the picture. It was a choice by Disney to be like, let's make dad get some milk and never return. She's gonna buy.
He went out for some cigarettes and he
Yeah, he
never
just
came
went out.
back.
Yeah, he just went. That was also to like emphasize the potential father figure relationship he'd have with Silver in the
Mm.
movie. It's pretty dope. What is
Yeah,
with
And
Disney and abandoning their kids?
yeah, that seems pretty sad too. Like when realizes that his father's going away forever, and tries to
Mhm.
run for him, call for him, but it's too late. He's reaching out
mm.
from the pier, and it flashes back to the present. He's seeing um, Silver leaving, and he has the same emotions. Like, no, don't go.
And then he comes back, so it's
Yeah.
then his smile comes back. I was like, ah. And speaking of that scene, this is the best Irish song I've ever heard. You can't fight me on it. There is nothing else. All that like mainstream Irish songs, they're all trash compared to this song. I swear.
Yeah.
This one deserves more life.
Yes. All the
Yes.
yeses.
Oh
Like I'm
yes.
trying to keep my composure here, but inside I'm like, yes.
You're in G&D, go nuts donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
What other characters stand out to you? Because one obviously is the fox, which Nina said earlier. Like in the last video, like there's a furry and all of us.
I was gonna say this is my first time being introduced to like I'm feeling things, but she's an animal.
I wasn't asked to be attacked this way. Just kidding.
I didn't have the internet back then. Oh god, I needed it.
One of my first strong independent Huamen figures.
And it was a cat lady.
Rar.
I mean, there was Lola Bunny in Space Jam, but like,
But
I think I
this
watched
is
this
another
first
league,
before
though.
Space Jam.
Yeah.
Okay, not gonna lie, yeah. This is the first time I ever got introduced to like, I like a woman who could kick my ass.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh man, that's so...
She's voiced excellently by Emma Thompson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Who's the
should
voice actor
mention
for the dog guy?
The dog guy. What do you mean the dog guy?
the dog guy. The
The
dad?
love interest. The love interest.
The scientist?
Oh,
I'm not sure who he is.
David Hyde Pierce. He was
Hmm.
the voice of Doctor Doppler.
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 We also
Okay.
should mention the lead is voiced by
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Took me years to realize, like, oh, it's Robin from the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah. Oh, or like for me, the first time I ever saw Joseph Gordon-Levitt was like 500 Days of Summer. So I was like,
Ouchie.
oh, it's
Yeah,
that
really-
guy.
Same.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should have been a banger. Treasure Planet should have been a banger.
It was a banger. People just didn't watch it.
Actually, yeah, because like Treasure Planet took 4 years to create, and
That's
like
insane.
yeah, because people, they kept doing like, yeah, but we want you to do another thing, and then like, oh, you want to know like, I guess a semi conspiracy. Like,
Oh.
like Disney, like there's a theory that Disney wanted this to flop, just because when they planned the release of Treasure Planet, think of the movies they came out in during the debut week of Treasure Planet. Okay, the one that was super like GG, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Okay.
Hmm?
Die Another Day was another movie, and the other movie was Santa Claus 2, which is Disney.
Mm.
Like,
Did it come out of December as well? Did Treasure Planet come out of
yeah,
December?
they came out during that week or that same roster. So like
Oh.
that's why Treasure Planet, like if I'm not mistaken, like they came fourth after those movies. So it's like, why the
That
fuck
makes
would you
sense.
have 2 Disney movies?
I don't know. Yeah, I
And-
think. Go on.
Yeah, and then the other thing people assume is like, okay, you have Harry Potter and all those movies, and we mentioned it earlier. Partly the reason why, I guess, if we were in the States, some of them had the idea of like, why watch Treasure Planet in the cinema when I can just get the VHS or DVD, because it was like heavily marketed already, and the marketing wasn't as pronounced as others films. Like you have Stitch with like the making cameos in different Disney movies.
Mm.
Like they didn't really introduce Jim as much. the way
Uh,
they marketed other Disney characters.
oh, okay. You mean like marketing, like how
Yeah, I'm just talking
they
about
marketed
marketing. That's why it's
Treasure
just so
Planet?
frustrating. But like
It
a
is.
great fuck you to them was like they actually got like nominations for best feature, best movie picture
Hmm.
and stuff like that, which Disney did not anticipate at all. So it's like fuck you.
That's a surprise.
We're like,
Yeah.
oh, let's see who got nominated. We got nominated.
Yeah,
Here?
man.
That got nominated?
Yeah,
Is
they
it good?
just
I didn't watch it.
yeah, they just lost the Spirited Away, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, understandable.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But
I
Understandable.
still, it was
I experienced the way it was like, you know what? There should be a separate category for
uh,
animated movies because we can't let them compete with the
I,
live action best pictures too. Which is kind of bullshit, actually.
yeah.
yeah, I think so too. But then again, Treasure Planet would have lost to Spirited Away still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like it, like, because my God, if that's 2001, and seeing films like that in 2001 would be mind blowing. Like, yeah, we got Your Name and Weathering with You with these amazing backdrops with
Mhm.
such attention to detail. But Spirited Away was done in 2001. And
yeah.
that
Yeah.
much
It's
detail in their background, not just at their characters, but at the background. Like,
shout out if
oh,
you want us to do Spirited Away one of these days.
oh yeah, give us
Yeah,
like a,
yeah, gee.
yeah, yeah. Join us, Nina.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, so going back.
yeah. Sorry.
No, no, it's fine.
The villain kind
Yeah.
of scared me as a kid. Not gonna lie. Like the
Uh,
spider design with like lobster.
No,
It's like,
it's group
yeah.
Oh yeah.
cabin boy.
Boy.
Yeah.
I'm like, aside from like Mufasa's that him killing Mr. Arrow. It's one of the times when I was a kid, being like, no, how could you?
Me as a kid, I was like, "Is that allowed?" Okay.
It's really funny how Lion King it just went over your head. Like
Yeah.
we had pre trauma before we knew what trauma was. It's like let's forget about Bambi's mom and
Oh, that's
Mufasa dying.
that's true. Forgot about that. Oh my God.
Oh my
What do we
goodness.
expect from pirates though?
No, I like how his death mirrors Mr. Arrow's in a way.
Yeah, like they float away into
Yeah.
space.
Like
That's a horrible death.
That is. That's horrible. Especially Mr. Arrow though, because he floats away to the black hole. We're like, oh god, there's nothing
No, I
but
mean like
no light.
no, it's like it sucks up matter. So I think it's like it might be an instant death. We don't know. But
Yeah.
for Mr. Scroop, he's being ejected into space, and space has oxygen, so he's gonna be alive for a bit.
Yeah. They can breathe in this
Yeah, in this universe.
universe.
Yeah. But like, I do like the last few moments of this movie too. I think it's one of the best last acts. But before we got to that, I like how the robot character isn't as annoying as I remember him being. So I
Ben?
remember, yeah. Because I remember as
Yeah.
a kid, I was like, just shut up. Now I'm like,
Yeah.
I like him. I like him. He's cool.
Knowing that
I
he's
feel
voiced
like-
by Martin Shorts is fucking nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying,
I kind of feel like is it weird for me to say? Like I felt like Ben, they made him too much of a comedic character that I didn't really see the point of it making him as funny in the
Hmm.
film. Like the movie was pretty good as itself. Like I felt like uh I don't know. I don't want to say he's the Jar Jar of this movie, but that like don't get me wrong, I actually like Jar Jar. But what he was isn't he based off Goofy? I love Goofy.
Sure.
Like
Never seen.
but like I mean that's just the best way I can describe it. I felt like Ben in Treasure Planet was the Jar Jar.
He's pretty much the shoehorned comedic
Yeah.
relief.
Like they could have maximized him a little less on the sticky Goofy side. Though I get the character he's based out of, like
Yeah.
Ben
Ben
Gunn.
was the guy who was stranded on the island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though if I were in the studio while they were making this movie, I would ask Martin Short to be like, "Can you turn that to like 8?" Because you're going into like 11 territory. Like, because at times he feels like he's overcooking it. You're like,
Yeah, no,
calm down,
exactly.
man.
Yeah.
That's what I felt too. Like when I was rewatching it and stuff, it's like the movie is so fucking good. The story is great, and then here comes Ben, which I do understand the reference to his character, but at the same
Mm.
time, it's like just tone it down a little, just a little bit.
Yeah.
I agree with Ina here. I
You're
agree
kind of
with Ina.
distracting me from the. I guess as an adult, maybe as a kid, it's like ah ha ha ha, stupid. But now it's like
Hmm.
just tone it down.
Though
You're a little bit too much.
Yes, a little bit.
the final moments before the planet Death Stars itself from the inside, with Silver and Hawkins, like him choosing Hawkins over the treasure, is kind of powerful. It's like it reminds me of that scene from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade where it's kind of reverse, where Indy's dad's like, "Let go of the treasure, son." Junior, let go, and then he says, "Indy, like, for the first time, I'm not talking down to you. I'm acknowledging you as my son." It's kind of the same thing as with Silver. It's like, yeah, he's like a son to me. I can't let him die. So I'm gonna give up my life obsession. I'm gonna rescue something that's more important to me at this moment, and will forever be. And it's pretty powerful. Like, damn, Disney, stop tugging at the heartstrings, please.
Yeah. I like this little how the art director did the whole movie with Jim, because like you could see that Jim the entire movie before the half where Iris comes in. You see Jim just he slouches everywhere. He slouches well besides when he's on that hoverboard thingy.
Yeah.
He has his head down. He has his eyes towards the floor. But then you get to that sequence where he's with his dad, or his father figure.
Yeah.
After that, you see him having his chest out a little bit more, back straight, and then when him and Silver are having more of an argument on about the treasure and who deserves it more. Yeah, that's when you see him like actually push out his chest and he stands up for himself. I'm like, all right. I'm like, I don't know. I like seeing that character progression.
You know,
within a span of 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Yes. You know, Jim, he was also based out of like James Dean.
The bad boy.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
that was the bet. And then like, I also like the sequence of like wearing all black, and at the end of the film, he's like all in all white and happy. You really see the progression of it.
Mm-hmm.
They also reference the Catcher in the Rye with Jim as a character. Like his more sensitive side. Like they used a bit of the Catcher in the Rye as an inspiration for Jim. Which is why I find his character so endearing. I was like
I don't know if you guys remember, KFC had like a kid's meal of Treasure Planet, and it was the best thing ever because I get it that Ina doesn't like Ben, but it was Ben as like by parts, and it was a figure like this big, I think.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. Like I enjoyed Ben back then, like as a kid. Like it's funny, but then now that I think about it now. Like, dude, when I bought that, yeah, fuck yeah, I'd support the movie.
Yeah, I was like, this is too much for a kid's meal. Like as a was this a fast food toy? I'm like, this is a lot of toy.
I remember that. I forgot if I had it, but like.
Yeah, but like his eyes glow, like you press a button, and his mouth opens.
It's one of the few Happy Meals I really remember, aside from that Nickelodeon like lunchbox they had back in the day.
Oh, that shit was sick.
Yeah.
That shit was sick.
But it's not about our childhood lunchboxes, but we can.
I mean, Treasure Planet is very close to our, childhood.
Yeah.
Going back to that subject a bit, like I also collected all the. You remember the Disney film Dinosaur, with like. Yeah, I collected those toys too, because I love dinosaurs back in the day. I still do, but like, I was like, please, mom, can we go to McDonald's? I still need one more raptor or some shit like that.
Yeah, early 2000 like kid meals were like the shit. Like it was really good quality back then.
I still have my Darth Vader from Revenge of the Sith from like Jollibee.
Oh wait, I have the same thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on.
Anyway,
Let's move on.
the finale, like when they're escaping from the exploding planet, it's like one of the few moments, aside from Finding Nemo, where as a kid I'm like, I hope they make it. God, I hope this movie ends well. Because I remember as a kid just being on the edge of the seat, being like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Y'all, it's a Disney movie, chill. But yeah.
Well, like, yeah, I mean, hey, if a Disney movie can make us like, yeah, it's a Disney movie, of course they're gonna make it. But how are they gonna make it?
Yeah, exactly. How?
And I love that like makeshift hoverboard that he had in the first part because I love that
Yeah.
sequence.
Yeah.
Then we get that sequence again, but it's like a cannon strapped to like plywood.
Yeah.
And
I just want Sarah to be happy. Bring her son. She's been through
Bring
shit.
bring him home. She lost her in.
She's like, don't tell me another man in my life left me.
Oh.
My God.
Looking back though. Happy for
Oh.
you, Sarah.
Yeah, but I mean, as an adult now rewatching it, you can tell that there were stakes because they actually do a close up on the hoverboard, the makeshift hoverboard, that he only has 4 shots of boost to get to like this the planet teleportation thing, and they made that very apparent that he only had 1 shot left and it wouldn't ignite. I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen?
That's like the biggest Hail Mary I've ever seen in a movie. Like,
Yeah.
please ignite, and then I had to click the right button to make sure we don't end up in one of those other weird planets. Because we fucked, like, there's like a dune-looking planet. We're like, I don't think we want to end up there.
I mean, like, I guess any other planet would be better than here.
Sure. Anything that's not
Uh,
internally bleeding and exploding, sure, why not?
I guess.
But yeah, ultimately, what would you rate the movie? I'm curious. I'm most curious about this.
I'll let her guess that too.
I just wanted to say 9 just because I really like the movie.
Hmm.
Really, like this was one of the first few DVDs that I over scratched from watching too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not playable anymore because you keep playing. I keep using it.
Yeah, there's so many swirls out the back of it.
Keep playing. I'm still here. Blast.
I'm gonna play that after this review.
Right? No,
Yeah.
because like I super enjoyed the space elements to this. I enjoyed how this was one of the apart from like Aladdin and Hercules that was like a legit I'll just call him a Disney prince for the sake of it. He was like a Disney prince that like didn't need a love interest or anything, which was really dope. Like, I mean, back then I didn't have those emotions of like hormonal wanting to date people, so it's like it's pretty dope. We're just flying and doing all these cool shit.
Mm.
And I kind of like how you know, like you see how his relationship with his mom got better. You saw his progression as a character. The production was phenomenal. Like I really wish this got more hype than it did. Like
Definitely.
kudos to the like I'm really happy Ron Clements and John Muster. Like they were like, I wanna do it. No. Like let us do Treasure Planet. I know it bombed in terms of like box office, but it didn't bomb in my heart.
Same here. Like this movie overshadowed Hercules and Aladdin for me. Like
Yeah, because we really wanted to do this. Like Hercules was more of, and Aladdin was more of like the Disney
the
people.
corporate
Like,
side.
yeah, I really just genuinely wish they had more hype. Like, their only success came in terms of animation was and that they directed again was actually the Princess and the Frog.
Oh,
I love that movie.
Yeah, I mean, this is in terms of directing. Like, obviously, they animated a lot of stuff. They were even part of Bolt, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, anyway, I don't want to count that. But yeah, after Treasure Planet, which was like 2002, 2001,
2002.
like 2002, yeah. Like after that, it was like the prince, like in terms of successful animation that was directed by these two people who did Treasure Planet. It was The Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, I mean, Princess and the Frog is a banger as well.
It is a banger, but
Yeah.
yeah, like I just want, like, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with like our time back then that they couldn't appreciate Atlantis and the Treasure Planet. But yeah, again, I'm gonna stick to my 9. Like,
Yeah.
what? Why 9? I have like a love hate relationship with Ben. Now as an adult,
Understood. It's understood. No, but for me, it's a
Okay.
10, man. It's a 10.
Yeah.
This movie outshines any like Disney movie back then. Like Hercules
Uh-huh.
had nothing, Aladdin had nothing on this. Because one, it wasn't like, oh, the prince has to get the girl. No, it's just this kid trying to go through life, who's a fuck up and he wants a dad, who's misguided. And I'm like, I relate to this person till this day. Like, I'm a little bit of a fuck up, but I'm trying, you know.
Relatable as fuck.
Yeah. And I don't know, I love the dynamic. I love the whole I'm a bad guy, but I care about you. I can't kill you, but you're in the way. I don't know what to do. Father figure as, thing.
Yeah.
And everybody here was fleshed out. Like all the characters weren't that annoying besides Ben. It's
It's fine. It's fine. I don't hate him completely, man. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but in my opinion he was a bit shoehorned in, but my love for this movie eclipses it. I still rewatch this movie to this day, and I enjoy it every second. I never get tired of it.
Yeah.
And like, hopefully, what you take from this video, to all you geeks and degenerates out there, that please watch this movie if ever you haven't
Please.
seen it yet.
Please.
Like, give this one a little bit of love, and give these directors a little bit more love as well, because I really want to see more work from them.
If you're in the States and you have Disney Plus, please overplay this. Because it's great.
Yeah,
For
not
us.
this video. Yeah, for us, like,
For us.
please,
We can't
for
afford
Treasure Planet.
Everyone else who loves this movie, please overplay it for us.
Because I swear to God, this is gold
Yes.
that was just overshadowed by big corporations.
it. Yeah.
This is like a diamond in the rough kind of deal.
I would disagree. I don't think it's gold. I think it's platinum. Because it is
Hey,
one in a million, that once in a lifetime movies that really changes your, like, cements your love for movies. Sorry for interrupting you, but that's all I have to say on that.
no, it's your
Yeah,
turn.
it's
I'm done.
Oh, alright. I am also in the 10 out of 10 camp. Like, Ben for me was annoying, but like throughout the movie, at least like towards the end, like he became more endearing. I'm like, alright, he's cool. It's like a more better version of C3PO, where at times you're like, just shut the fuck up, 3PO.
Actually, yeah,
Just
that's
shut
it.
up.
C3PO
That-
could have
yeah.
been another person, maybe. Huh.
Or could have not have been there.
But just from the
man.
visuals alone, like I wish they would sell these as like wallpaper, so I could just hang them in my room. Because
Oh,
like
fuck yeah.
them flying
Yeah.
through space is just gorgeous, and the characters, Drummer said, are very fleshed out and are very endearing to this day. That's why a lot of people love this movie to this
Yeah.
day, and wish it didn't flop. Because Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, this is a great movie.
I mean, now doesn't it now have like a, I don't want to say a cult following, but yeah, like
I think it's a call
cult
following.
following. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
fuck
swear to
it.
God.
I'll change my rating to 10. Yeah.
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 But like, I swear to God, this movie's amazing. If this movie wanted to make you cry, it made you cry.
Like, I really felt like, for me personally, this movie was really one of the peak of the Disney Renaissance era. Like, not
Mm.
necessarily Little Mermaid or Aladdin or Hercules. I mean, yeah, they're there too, and they also need love, but like, Treasure
This one
Planet.
needs more. I have two questions. One being, what is some of your other favorite underrated animated movies?
I mean, Atlantis,
Atlantis
yeah,
is
we
another
got-
one.
for sure.
There's Atlantis. Prince of Egypt was kind of like
Yeah,
overshadowed.
That's
they
gold.
they did not
It's gold.
need to have that much of a banger soundtrack.
Exactly.
Yeah, and an amazing cast that I didn't know were there. Val Kilmer, fucking
Ralph Fiennes, fucking
Ralph
Voldemort.
Fiennes? Who? Wait, dude from
Jeff-
Jurassic Park that goes
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
Okay, na.
Here's a more recent flop that I was kind of upset that it did flop, which is Kubo and the Two Strings. 'Cause I love that movie.
That
Yes.
also had a banger
my God.
cast.
Yeah, it
That
did.
movie is
Ta-da.
so good.
That movie made me cry.
Yeah.
Going to the 2D animated ones, like, I don't know why he's mentioned Hercules a lot of times, but I love Hercules. Like, I
I
don't know
love
why
Hercules
people are like,
too.
this is the beginning of the downfall of the Disney Renaissance, but for
Yeah, it
me,
was so
it's such a good
stupid.
movie. It's like,
Yeah.
I think most people's problem is like, it's not accurate. Like, if you like God of War and have no problem with that not being accurate, but have a problem with this not being accurate, something's wrong with you. Like, God of War is
Yeah.
not accurate, but you still have fun smashing in Zeus's face. And here you have fun with one of the most incredible Disney love ballads of all time, which is from Meg. Forgot the title.
Yeah. Oh
but
my
it's
God. Yeah.
incredible.
Wait,
Meg.
what was that song? Shit. People, you know that song.
Which
Yeah.
Where
one?
she has.
Won't say I'm in
She,
love.
There
yeah.
we go.
There we go.
Yes,
Hey, there we go.
that's
For
the
me,
best
I
Disney
sing
love
that.
song ever.
Same.
In my
It's the,
opinion, yeah.
the muses, man. Like, what the heck?
Um,
One hell of a soundtrack.
Other movie.
the
I feel like
Hunchback
the Book of
Notre Dame.
Life was also.
The Book of
pretty
Life
low.
was pretty good.
Book of
Did
Life
it
was pretty
get
good.
good reception? I feel like it
No.
didn't.
I think
remember
it came too closely to like Coco.
I'm a
Yeah.
creep. I'm a
Oh, you know, Book
weirdo.
of Life. They have like the cast. They were majority. There's a show now on Netflix. Since we're talking about animation, Maya and the Three. It's good.
Oh yeah, now that you mentioned Book of Life, they're the same animators and the
Yeah.
creators that did El Tigre, which
Yeah.
is fucking amazing show.
Here's another
My-
one that might have flopped if it was released in theaters. What's the name of the most recent Netflix animated movies? That's not what Ina mentioned, but the fucking dog, loaf of bread.
Oh, shit. The Millers, was it?
No, it's not Weird the Millers.
No. It's like robots versus the Millers or something like that. Millers versus robots.
Something versus the Machines.
Is that the one of the future?
Machines. No, it's
Mitchells and the Machine?
There
Mitchell's
we
and
go.
the
Thank you.
Machine. Alright.
Yeah.
Fucking
yeah.
that movie's incredible. I love that movie. Maybe before the year ends, we can do a video on that.
Yeah. What about Prancer? Prancer's lost to the mountain.
Oh man, that cracks me up every time.
Yeah.
Any other underrated movies?
That are animated.
Um,
The last one I
Oh, wait.
go ahead.
There's this one with Matt Damon in it.
Spirit.
No, Spirit was good, but like no. Planet something something. It was just it was.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Not much help.
Planet.
They named the New Earth Bob or something.
I have no idea. I wish I knew what you were talking about.
Titan AI or something like that.
Oh,
Titan AE.
AE, yeah,
AE.
Titan AE, yeah. That
Oh
was
fuck yeah, that was them.
uh,
Drew Barrymore was in there too. Yeah.
also,
That
I
actually
don't
good.
think the Iron Giant gets more love than it deserves. Like it's in
Oh,
that
yeah.
middle line between underrated and overrated. But it's such a good movie too. Like one of Vin Diesel's best roles, aside from
Scared
Fast
me.
and Furious. One of the few serious roles from Jennifer Aniston as the mom of the kid.
Right. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, that was her.
So you mentioned this was Oscar nominated, and I also mentioned that that year they were like, you know what, animated movies go under separate categories. Do you think that's kind of BS for animated movies to not be considered as top tier, as the same as the, like top tier live action movies? Because I do.
Because no, for me, like I don't know. I prefer yeah. Fuck. Wait, what's the question?
Like, do you think animated movies should be considered as top tier as the live action movies?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Because there's no difference.
Yeah,
Like,
the
if-
effort's the same.
Yeah, you could have okay. Just imagine if Seven was told in a Disney style animated like
That's real fucked up.
picture. That's real fucked up, but it's the same fucking story.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? That's what I would put it. Like, just because it's a cartoon that it degrades its actual.
Yeah, I think
achievements.
that's one of the problems. Like with the Academy, it's like it's a cartoon. It doesn't really
Yeah.
count.
Yeah, same here with my boomer kind of people I know. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna watch a cartoon. Let's watch Transformers."
It's not a cartoon.
Oh
Yeah,
my-
like that's why
Oh.
a lot of people didn't want to watch Spider-Verse because it's a cartoon. But like, that's one of the best movies there is. Period.
Yeah. So anyway, to all you boomers who actually watch us, I don't know if you are, if there are. Cartoons are as good as live action movies.
Yeah.
They are. Like I swear, some even better. So like,
Definitely.
yeah.
But that's all the time we have, folks. That has been our video on Treasure Planet. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/geeksanddegenerates. We just did a reaction to what's the name of the vampire? Morbius
Oh,
and
Morbius.
Boba Fett. Sorry.
Really? It's that
Oh, wow.
forgetful for you, huh?
Oh, wow.
Disrespect to Jared Leto,
I'm
huh?
sorry. I'm sorry. I was like, no. I was about to say Blade for some reason. Like, that's not right. That's Mahershala Ali.
Wrong vampire.
But we also have a Discord community. Hang out with us, interact with us. We don't bite. We're cool. If you want to talk with us, that's fine. Follow us on our Instagrams and Twitters. As Nina says, just don't add us on Facebook because we will block you because that's the line. That's the line in the sand we draw. Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, where can I find you, Eno, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, you can find me at Slurp,
Hey.
SLURRP, exclamation point.
They stream every day and they make great content every day.
We try, man.
And they're like the biggest supporters of GND. I swear to God, we wouldn't be here
support
without them.
homies, man.
Yeah.
Support our friends and support us, please. But John, where can they find you?
Oh, you could find me at Instagram at John GEOM. It's my art account. Yeah, I like to draw and stuff. How about you, Enzo?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. I am Gandalfus1995 on both. I know it's a weird name, but just live with it. It's fine.
Yeah, just go with it, man.
Let's go with
Yeah.
it.
But thank you so much for watching our videos once again. Please stay safe, wear a mask, social distance, and get vaccinated at the soonest opportunity that you can. And hopefully one day we can all just film in one location instead of this. Not that
That's
this
true.
isn't fun, but we would just like to be together.
Yeah.
But this
Hopefully
has
we leave.
been. So you want to say something?
No. Go ahead. Take us home.
All right. This has been Enzo, Jomar, and Ina from GND, and we will be signing out. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
It's good to know that I'm not the only one who dresses up fancy for like BGC or rock like I have to.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
man.
Can't
Like,
take the judgment.
I'm just imagining. I'm putting myself in your shoes, and you're like going through your closet. Which Flash shirt is fancy?
Shut the fuck up.